Hi students, welcome to online class. So in this video we are going to discuss about chapter 11 database concepts. So in this chapter we are going to discuss the topic called what is relational algebra. What is relational algebra? See, the relational algebra was first created by Edgar F. Codd. So already we discussed this scientist name, Edgar F. Codd. We used to call it as E.F. Codd. See, while at IBM, and then what purpose it was used? This algebra, relational algebra, is used for modeling the data stored in the relational databases and defining queries on it. So we are going to give the model for the data, how the data should be stored in the databases, and then after storing the data in the databases, we can define the queries. What are all the questions we want from the particular database? We can ask the questions, that is, we can ask the queries, and then we can retrieve the data from the database, right? So relational algebra is a procedural query language used to query the database table using the SQL. So already I told you the same. So after storing the data in the databases, we will ask the query, we will ask the questions. Whatever the data you need, you can ask as a query, and then you can retrieve the data. So relational algebra is a procedural query language. So procedural query language means based on the procedure, based on some procedure, we want to ask the questions. For example, each and every whenever we ask the question should be followed with some syntax, with some procedure, right? So it's a procedural query language used to query the database table. We are not going to query the database. Inside the database, all the data are stored as tables. Inside the database, all the data are stored as tables. So we are going to query the database table. So using which language? We are going to use the SQL language, that is a structured query language. So we can discuss this SQL in the next chapter, chapter 12, in detail, right? So relational algebra operations are performed recursively. Relational algebra operations are performed recursively on a relation to yield an output. So we are going to perform all the actions based on the table. So we are going to ask the questions, we are going to retrieve the data. Everything will be done only from the table. That is, they used to call it as relations, right? So why we are querying? We need to get some result. We need to get an output, right? So to yield an output from the table, we are going to do some actions. We are going to perform some operations, right? Then the output of these operations in a new relation, which might be formed by one or more input relations. So without input we cannot get the output, right? So with one or more input relations, with one or more input table, we are going to do some operations, and then we are going to get the output, right? We can ask the query from one table or one or more table. So the output will be displayed from one table or one or more table. So based on the query, if I ask one particular data, who have got above 90 mark in computer science, so already the data should be stored in the table. So who had got above 90 marks in computer science, so that particular data will be fetched from the database table, and then it will be shown as an output. If I ask who have scored above 90 marks in computer science and above 80 mark in physics or chemistry, if I ask like that, so more than one or two conditions. So already one condition is computer above 90 and above 80 who have scored in physics. So both the conditions should satisfy, and both the data will be retrieved from the database, right? Can you understand, students? Based on the input we will receive the output. Right. Next, types of relationships. Relational algebra is divided into various groups. Relational algebra is divided into various groups. First, we can see the unary relation operations. Unary relation operations. So, the two operations which are done in unary, that is select operation, the symbol is sigma. The symbol is called as sigma. Then another operation called project, the symbol is called pi. So unary operations, unary relational operation, there are two operations are there. One is select operation and another one is project operation. Select operation we use the symbol called sigma. Project we can use the symbol called pi. Right. First we can see the select operation. So the symbol is represented as sigma. So general form of the select operation is sigma C of R. So here sigma represents the select symbol. We are going to select one particular data, right? One particular data we are going to select. So the data should be given as condition. The data should be given as condition. So sigma condition. Right. Then after that, inside the parenthesis we are specifying the relation. So in which table we want to fetch the data, in which table we want to select the data, we want to fetch the data. See here, so sigma C of R, sigma represents select operation. We are going to select which data we are going to select. The data should be given in the condition, that is sigma C. Then which table we want to select that particular data, the table should be specified within the parenthesis. So table is otherwise called as relation. Right, see here, with a relation R and a condition C on the attributes of R. On the attributes of R. On the attributes means column. So on the column of the table. Right, on the column of the table. The select operation is used for selecting a subset with tuples according to the given condition. So the select operation is going to work based on the condition. Is it right or not? So that's why they are given sigma C. Sigma C. So the select operation is going to work according to the given condition, and then the select operation will select the subset with tuples, selecting a subset with tuples. That means the entire row will be selected. We are going to select one particular data. So that particular data with all the attributes of that particular row will be selected. The select operation is used to select one particular data based on the condition. So based on the condition it is going to select one data. So that one data alone will not be displayed. So the entire row will be displayed. Right. So select filters out. Select filters out all the tuples that do not satisfy C. Select symbol, that is select command, filters out all the tuples. Filters out all the tuples means the data which are not related to the condition, or else we can say that the tuples which are not satisfying the condition, the tuples which are not satisfying the condition will not be displayed. The rows which are not satisfying the condition will not be displayed. So other data will be displayed. Right. So we are going to select only the tuples which are satisfying the condition. Now see the example. Let us see the example. So this table is called student table. So table name student, that is relation is student. So here they have created 4 attributes, 4 columns: student number, name, course, year. So 4 students they have given: CS1 Kannan, big data, so second year. Then CS2 Gauri Shankar, R language. So what type of course he has chosen and which year he belongs to. CS3 Lenin, big data 1. CS4 Padmaja, Python programming 1. Now I am going to specify the select operation. So sigma represents select operation. What I want to select? I want to select the condition course. I want to select the condition course. Then I am going to specify the data before the parenthesis. Before the parenthesis, I am going to specify the data, which data I want to select. So big data, I can specify anything, Python programming or R language, whatever I want I can specify. So sigma course equal to big data. Then I want to specify the table name, that is relation name within the parenthesis. So big data of student. So automatically what happens? CS1 and CS3 is displayed on the screen. Then what about CS2 and CS4? Because CS2 does not contain the data big data in course. CS2 Gauri Shankar has not yet chosen the course big data. CS4 Padmaja has not yet chosen the course big data. So they have chosen some other course except big data. So all the other data are not displayed. So the condition, based on the condition, that is big data is the data that should be specified on the course. Big data is the data that should be specified on the course. So those things alone is displayed on the output. Other things are not yet displayed. So select operation filters out that do not satisfy the condition C. Right? Can you understand, students? Now we can go for the project operation. So simply it is an opposite to select operation. It eliminates all the attributes of the input relation but those mentioned in the projection list. So it will not display all the attributes. It will display only the attributes which are specified in the projection operation. What is meant by projection? So projection eliminates all the attributes, but it displays only the attributes which are specified in the projection list, which are specified in the project command. So what are all the attributes specified? Those alone will be displayed. So other attributes are not yet displayed. The projection method defines a relation that contains a vertical subset of a relation. So it displays only the data in a vertical manner. So vertical manner means the attributes which are specified in the project command, the attributes which are specified in the project command, which are related to the relation. So that alone will be displayed. All the other data will not be displayed. Right, see here. So same table, CS1 Kannan big data, CS2 Gauri Shankar R language, CS3 Lenin big data, CS4 Badmaja Python programming. So when I specify project command, project course student, so what I have specified, what is the condition? I want to display only the course detail of the student table. I want to display only the course detail of the student table. So it will not display the other attributes except course. Except course, all the other attributes will not be displayed. All the other attributes will be eliminated. And another thing you want to see here, there are 4 tuples, there are 4 rows in the table, but here it is displayed as 3 rows. Why? Because duplicate rows will be removed in the result. So that is another advantage of project command, project operation. See, whenever I specify PyCourse of student, so in the student table, that is in the student relation, only the course attribute will be displayed. Whenever the course attribute contains one or more data, one or more same type of data, one or more tuple contains same data, the duplicate data will be removed. That is duplicate data, the duplicate row is removed in the result. So the result does not show the duplicate result. But you see here next example, Py student number comma course of student. So in the student relation we are going to display the student number and course, but here it shows CS1 big data, CS2 R language, CS3 big data, CS4 Python programming. But here all the 4 rows are displayed. Here duplicate data can be seen in the course column, that is course attribute. Why? Because here whenever you see the student number, there is no duplicate number. So based on this student number, it displays all the attributes, that is all the rows. All the tuples will be displayed. Can you understand, students? Right. I think you might have understood this. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.